It's 5 o'clock in Burlington, Vermont, and while you may be getting off work, we're just getting started at the Guitar Factory, broadcasting live from the Media Factory. Thanks for tuning in, and now let's get to work. This is a very exciting episode of the Guitar Factory. We're here in the TV studio at the Media Factory, and we're live on the radio, and we're also recording video clips with Andrè Maquera. Welcome, Andrè.
Oh, wow. Hey, Ken.
This is so great. So I think you and I first met many years ago through Carol Ann Jones,
yeah.
And you were playing with her group, the Superchargers or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 8084 just had their 40th anniversary a couple of years ago,
yeah.
And we've got some clips. But just so people know what else you do, right? You're also playing in the Queen tribute with
Jesse Aiken, yeah.
With Jesse Aiken.
The music of Queen.
The music of Queen. So tell us what else you've been working on.
Well, in my spare time, I never feel the need to find a hobby. I own and run West Street Digital Recording up in Albans, as the locals say, St. Albans.
Albans, yeah.
For the particulars out there. And actually, I just looked at our certificate of incorporation. July this year marks our 30th year at West Street Digital.
Excellent, excellent. And I know you did a big build out, was it like 5-6 years ago?
We built a whole new studio.
Yeah.
It's WSD V2.0, so.
Right. And that's really nice. I've been up there a couple of times filming sessions.
Yeah.
We're up there, so A2VT was up there.
Yeah, 2VT.
Yeah. But that's the cool thing is you get to touch so many different kinds of music, right?
Yeah, I'm really lucky because people always talk about the music business and how uncertain things are, and I'm looking at friends that worked at IBM that got laid off and I've been running a studio for 30 years, playing music in 8084 and other projects. So I mean, breathing the rarefied air of being on stage. I mean, again, it's a privilege.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Well, let's talk about your guitar rig a little bit. So 8084 there, from what I understand, is you're all digital at this point.
Yeah, there's not a single speaker on stage.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you're all wearing in-ears.
Yeah, I've been wearing ears for probably 20 years now.
Yeah. And so how do you get that tone? Okay.
Well, that is a really big challenge is being able to get the gain and sustain from a say. When you don't have a speaker feeding the signal back in there, so.
So just so for people on the radio to understand, Andrè is holding on to this amazing looking Jackson guitar, which is what, maple? Bird's-eye maple or something?
It's a quilty maple, I think, on the top here, mahogany.
And
in the back.
Mahogany on the back and solid gold hardware everywhere.
Again, not my first. It's the only guitar I own with gold hardware.
This is like King Midas's guitar here.
Yeah, and the other cool appointment on this guitar, and actually the reason I traded another guitar for this one, it has what we call a sustainer built in, which is this pickup up in the neck pickup here, which, for the record, sounds awful as a pickup. I never use that pickup, but for a sustainer. It's like Spinal Tap.
Exactly.
And if I go.
You did that by placing your finger on the harmonic?
No,
it
turns a note over into a harmonic when you yeah, right.
No
crazy.
way.
Yeah, right. Watch. Really?
That's incredible. Oh my God. So that's just an electronic effect that's built in.
This pickup,
Wow.
What I understand is it creates a magnetic field like an E-bow, and it just keeps the string vibrating.
Right.
But with great power comes great responsibility. So you have to,
don't forget.
Spider-Man will forgive me here. So you have to make sure that the other strings don't just take off.
Right. Yeah, I saw you muting the other strings.
So yeah.
That's very cool. And explain what your pedal board looks like there.
Okay. Well, I'm using the Neural Quad Cortex, which is it's basically a little computer in a box, and it uses actual sampled amplifier sounds I usually gravitate toward the Marshalls. In fact, this particular patch has one JCM 800 and one old Plexi in the signal chain.
Yeah.
And what I generally do here is, because I'm the only guitar player in the band, I pan one left and pan one right, and the one pan, the opposite side, has a 15 millisecond delay in order to create a stereo sound field between the two.
Yeah.
And when I switch to my lead patch, I add a third channel down the middle, so that, and I delay one of the other, the one that isn't delayed, additionally, so I've got center, left, right. So when I go, basically triple tracking there.
Then obviously some delay.
Delay,
some
reverb, yeah.
Yeah. So when you're on stage, you're using tracks, and I don't.
Yeah, many years ago, we lost our keyboard player, Chuck Hawthorne, in a car accident. We wanted to keep playing. We didn't want to replace him, so we took his keyboard sequences, because he had created some keyboard sequences, and we learned how to use MIDI, how to program all the keyboard parts, and our drummer would hear a click track in his ears, and the sequencer would start, and we'd play the song with Chuck's parts in there.
Wow. Yeah.
And
you're still doing that. You're still hearing.
And to this day, actually, one of the first songs I ever wrote for the band is a song called "Bad Man," which I wrote on I-89 in about 10 minutes on my way home from a show. The sequence we use for live backing track has Chuck's original keyboard part in it. So it's got kind of a special place in our hearts for that.
That's so cool, yeah.
And the fact that, and the other thing with we play everything live to a click track. So the click track, the program actually sends all the program change to my Quad Cortex pedal. So I can go out front, I can take a guitar solo, and I don't have to rush back to hit the rhythm sound, or
just switches automatically.
If I'm singing, I don't have to worry about hitting that clean sound or hitting that one little lead fill spot there. So
wow, incredible.
So technology is our friend.
So on Badman, what are the sounds you're using?
So Badman, there are three sounds. I'm using just a straight, what I call just a crunch DRG distorted rhythm guitar. There's a little bit of a clean chorus, which is a jazz chorus 120,
right,
and a clean Mesa Boogie, again spread left and right for the clean sounds.
Wow.
And when I go to the distorted, again, I've got the two Marshalls, JCM 800 and a Plexi, and then there's another one here with an amp. We don't know what it is, but it's really smooth in the middle here.
Wow. Okay, and so you've got tracks that you use on stage with the keyboards and stuff, but then you also have some tracks that you rehearse with, or
that's the thing. That, the beauty of having a recording studio is I'm all about recreating as much of the live experience when I'm preparing for a show. I'll usually take about 2 weeks before any given show, and I'll set up in the tracking room at the studio with my ears, with all the backing tracks, and I've got the Music Minus Me mix. I've got a multi-track, the entire band.
So did you actually bring the track, like for Badman, for example?
I brought the Badman track. And
well, how about playing a little bit of that, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you can watch the programs change, and again, we can get to hear Chuck's old Sonic SQ80 in the beginning there.
Yeah, I love it.
And I'm going to do this sitting down, which I'm not used to doing. So this is.
Yeah, I know. You're like.
This is a challenge for me.
You're like Nils Lofgren when Nils started playing with Neil Young, and Neil was like, "Hey, settle down," And they actually put like sandbags on his feet to keep him on the ground. But Andre's going to take off out of that chair any moment.
Some concrete overshoes.
Yeah. Oh man.
Of living, all around me you don't know my name, breaking all the rules, playing somebody's fool for the higher cost of giving. Safe at home, then I see the lights burn. Running with the Lord, got my foot to the floor, and
there's the sustainer. I love it. And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah,
you even have the applause in the track.
It's like having a laugh track with your comedian.
Why not?